What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sisko and Mike podcast. How's it going, Mike? Everything good?
Chilling, bro, chilling. You know what I'm saying?
I have a question, dude. You know how yesterday we went to the San Dimas thing and there was food trucks and all kinds of stuff?
You mean 3 food trucks that I didn't even fucking like? Like,
That's true.
there was not a variety of food.
I started to make me think, like, what city has the best food?
Dog. I mean, we live in Los Angeles, dog. So, fucking everywhere we go, you see fucking food that we grew up on, or even if you didn't grow up on, that shit smells good. So it's like we're always trying to see what the fuck we eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's actually a good question for all you guys. If you guys know them, tap in, tell us what city is dope, so we can go check it out. And our next guest, he needs no introduction. He's traveled all over the hood and he's all over the place eating and grubbing. We got Alexander Orozco.
Well, what's up, familia? It's your boy here once again, the Hood Foodie. ¿Cómo estamos esta mañana? Definitely blessed to be here with my boys. Anytime that somebody gives me a voice, I'm super grateful for you guys. So let's give them a show.
Man, cool, and you actually got a great story.
Yeah.
I know that we were talking a little bit before this and just some of the things you were telling us, and you even started motivating us a little bit and hyping us up.
I know. I like his hype because he was like, you guys better bring your, not your A game. He said, your A, B, and Z game. I was like, what?
All the way through Z.
I was like, I don't even know how to do my alphabets and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, dog, we're welcome to have you. We're excited because I know you're going to bring some shit to the table. You're going to let everybody know where to eat. And that's what we're all about. Like, we like to eat, so.
We like to grill, man, as you guys can see. So
tell us a little bit about yourself, bro. Tell us how this started. Give us the scoop on it.
Damn. Well, obviously it started, coming out of high school. I lost my jefitos, both my mom and dad back to back. By the age of 20, I knew I was already off. There was something off about me. I barely graduated high school. I graduated with the C. Couldn't hold a job. I was the lost soul. Basically, I was the lost soul.
Simon.
So when I lost my parents, imagine the struggle that I was like, okay, I'm trying to fend myself. I'm fending in the world by myself. Damn. So how did I cope with it? Yo era bien pedo.
Gotcha.
Sometimes it's kind of difficult to acknowledge that you're an alcoholic, but whatever, I would say like, oh yeah, I'm not an alcoholic. I only drink on the weekends, pero when I used to open a bottle, fucking till 6 in the morning, DUIs. I remember I picked up my brand new Silverado truck. I think within a month, I crashed it in the center divider of the 5 freeway here in my hood of the 818. The day that I went to, as I was telling you the story about my wife, like how we connected, the day that I went to go conquer her, well, I got, me puse bien pedo, and I woke up to the cops waking me up at the Jack in the Box in the San Fernando Valley, at the drive-through waiting for my food, and then I just have the cop knocking on my window. Luckily, like Diosito was with me because they were like, because I was like, dude, I'm just like maybe 3 blocks away from here.
Simon.
So they hugged me up. They were like, okay, man, like if we'll drive you over there, blah blah blah, and we're gonna leave you. But alcohol. I'll tell you one thing, if I would have kept drinking, I would not be sitting here with you guys right now. Gotcha. That's how bad. Like me and alcohol, we're not good. We're not even friends at all.
Gotcha.
So, obviously, I always wanted, I wanted better for myself. I knew there was more to me. So, one day I just said, fuck it, I'm tired. I'm tired of this shit. Like, I'm tired of this person, whoever he is. And shit you not, 7 years ago, I stopped alcohol from one day to the next. Not looking back. Like, I can be around alcohol and I'm good, So then I was like, okay, maybe this is the time for me to start working on myself. And like I said, I've always had something off about me. So, I went to a psychiatrist. They diagnosed me with bipolar depression. Started feeding me meds. It's either going to work for you or not. And fuck, everything in the box hit me. Depression, suicidal. I was like a week later. I was at work in my Ford Raptor, 2010 Ford Raptor, contemplating suicide. You know, during lunchtime at work, wanting to drive off, to do I don't know what, but luckily there were so many cars in the lot that we were double parked. So if that vehicle wasn't there that day, I don't know where I would be today.
Gotcha.
And then I was like, shit, like, how do I tell my lady, like, hey, I'm out here trying to take myself out. So I finally got the courage. She was like, dude, I'll get you the help as soon as you get out of the work. Ended up at Mission Community Hospital in the hood of Panorama City on a 51 to 52 hold. And then it's crazy because they just wanted to feed me more meds.
Simon.
And I was like, why? If this is the reaction that I'm getting, So that was I feel like that was kind of like my rock bottom.
Simon.
So then social media is hitting hard, fashion, lifestyle, food, and I think unconsciously I was just trying to get away from what I had just experienced.
You want to distract yourself.
Exactly. So I was like, hey, maybe take some pictures or something, So it just so happens that I was just going to the places that I grew up eating, like Lenchitas in Pacoima, Carrillos in San Fernando, and then quickly L.A. fucking hits me up like, hey, come through, like the mecca
Simon.
of the foodie world. And then next like we're, the first restaurant, we blow it up, and then we start certifying restaurants, creating dishes with the people I was helping support. McDonald's reached out to us at 3,000 followings.
Wow.
The biggest food brand in the world, and they said, hey, man, we believe in you. We would like to offer you internship with potential partnership. I was like, shit, who would I be not to fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're talking about the biggest
Yeah, you're
food
talking
brand?
about a big corporation.
Like, no.
Biggest in the
but
world.
The biggest.
Yeah.
That thing's
And
found
it's like-
everywhere.
And they're choosing me, a kid from the hood, like, so if you guys know me, choose those who choose you. And they've been one of my biggest sponsors to date. Like, I've been able to help the community, last time, when COVID almost took me out, and I'm talking about, like, my oxygen levels were at 63, irregular heartbeat, blood clogs, infections, to the point where the doctor was like, damn, carnalito, I'm fucking surprised you're here.
Damn.
So when they walked me out, the nurse, I was like, don't forget the name, the HoodFoodie. And she's like, who, what? And I was like, just don't forget the name, the HoodFoodie. I'm going to come back and I'm going to take care of you guys, just like you took care of me.
Simon.
Why is it that a week later, McDonald's hits me up and they're like, hey, do you know any frontline healthcare workers that we can help out? I'm like, are you kidding me?
Damn, bro, you manifested
Are you
that.
Exactly. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm like, sure, cut that out. Okay. I was like, dude, are you kidding me? I have the perfect people. So with that, I was able to feed 100 of the healthcare workers that took care of me at Sinai Hospital in my hood in the hood of Tarzana. And I was able to feed 100 of them, with my sponsorship through McDonald's. And but yeah, I'm Remy Martin, Tanqueray, Carl's Jr. Like, and I'm not like they're reaching out to us,
Simon.
So, and then podcast, obviously people gave me a voice. I think I've done maybe over like 30 radio podcast interviews from like KCRW to, Valley Views and, now with you guys, so, and as soon as people gave me a voice, I spoke about what I had just gone through. I have no filters. I spoke about my mental health. I spoke about my son that has autism. I spoke about the diabetes and, the elephant in the room when it comes to the foodie world that we gotta be, I'm like, yeah, we could glamorize the food, but just make sure, you take care of yourself because it's yeah. I mean I struggle from, I'm pre-diabetic. I mean, at this point, I don't know how, like I try to take care of myself. I'm not gonna tell you, because the whole like, insulin and all that, like I'm just trying to take care of myself as much as I can. I don't want to kind of take away from life. I don't want to take away from living. But I also understand that I got to make sure that I take care of myself first, because if not, I'm not gonna be able to take care of others. But then I've been in Gordon Ramsay shows. I've hung out with Ron Sanchez, Andrew Zimmer. When I ran into him at Netflix, like he knew who I was. Like I was wearing my shirt. And he does that little like, right?
A little tilt.
Yeah, and it's crazy because that day, Netflix went on lockdown because there was an ex-employee threat. So Andrew started tweeting, and then my cousin follows him. So he was all like, "Oh yeah, my cousin the HoodFoodie." And then Andrew Zimmer tweeted, he said, "Oh yeah, I ran into him in the lobby. We knighted one foodie nerd to another." And I'm like, what the? Even Andrew Zimmer? Like, and so, like, that's, it started, it basically found me. It found me, and I took it, to this day, I take it as Diosito gave me a second chance. But he didn't give me no regular second chance, because with it, like, it's healed me. I've learned to love myself, and with that, I can love others.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like food is a platform, but this is way bigger than me. Like I've already accepted that this is not even about me no more. This is, how big can you get, and how many people you can help.
And your story, obviously, you being open about it and being honest, I think that's huge. That's important because, we've had a history in the Mexican community of hiding it and holding it back. I've struggled with it, like you, for a while. I don't really talk about it. I know that he doesn't know the whole full story of it. He's like my best friend. But I struggled with it. I started turning to alcohol as well. It's like you're numbing yourself. You're kind of just distracting, taking away. And just like you, man, I took my loved ones to pull me out of it. And I'm grateful for that, and it's huge. And thank you for being honest.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, I've realized that I can't be no other way, man. Like, this is me. Like, that's why you get the rawness, because I never set out to be like, oh yeah, I want to be this social media personality, whatever. Like yesterday, we were at a family function, and obviously there's friends and family, and they're like, oh, so what do you do? I'm like, oh yeah, so I have a world tour. I got this, and like, oh fuck, so you're fucking famous. I'm like, well, I guess if you want to call it that way. I mean, but I don't see that shit.
Yeah,
I don't see that shit, because it's like, this is something that I love. This is something that's been helping me. It's medicating me. I don't need pills no more.
Exactly.
Like just the inspiration from my familia to get up every day, because now there's a responsibility. Now I have a responsibility, whether I like it or not. Like, like 7 years ago, I didn't believe in myself, but it took people to see my talents. And that's why, like, when people are like, oh my God, HoodFoodie, you're killing it, this and that, I'm like, it's us. I can put the product out, but it's up to us to put, like, you guys, as much as I inspire you guys fucking inspire me every single day to wake up.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Is it the interactions, the people you get to meet along the journey, or is it like the food you get to taste? What is it exactly that makes you feel that way? Like, for example, for us here on this show, talking to people like you, that, man, it's opened our lives up a lot. We get to learn. We get to hear stories, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, not even that. It's just a lot of the things you were saying right now, I fucking relate to it. You know what I'm saying? I almost died of COVID 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I was in the hospital, same thing, fucking 50% alcohol. I mean, alcohol. Oxygen level. I was fucking dying, bro. And, like, I remember I had to spend 5 days in the hospital to get that treatment. If not, I would have gotten intubated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've gone through that. I've gone through the mental issues, something that we talk about all the time. I was in the military before, and not just that. I had a rough childhood growing up, so mental issues. I didn't believe in them. I didn't even understand them until literally a couple 5-10 years ago, maybe. And in the military, going to the VA, all they want to do is give you fucking medication. So I get what you're saying. Like, medication is not the way. You know what I mean? Like, medication makes us react a certain way. So, like, what you're doing makes you happy, and that is your medication. And like right now, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking like, wow, like how many times? Luckily for me, bro, I never resulted in going into alcohol. Did I drink? Of course. Did I get fucked up sometimes and I get pedo to the point where it's like you don't remember shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never gotten into alcohol like that. Even now that I'm going through some shit right now, because my father was an alcoholic, and I always said I'm not gonna go to those levels. And I got 3 kids, so those kids are my inspiration. So, but have I done other shit? Like, you don't have to be an alcoholic.
Oh, no, we all have a drug.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I wanted to bring up. It's like, if you guys are going through some shit, try hard not to revert to that shit, because it could be food. Like,
To the bad habits, yeah.
yeah, it could be food. Like, I'm a big boy, so I gained weight. I wasn't this heavy. Why? Because that was probably my alcohol. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
People do other shit like drugs or porn or whatever the fuck. But when you find something like what you're doing that makes you happy, and I guess you find your purpose, that's what I'm trying to find right now, because I'm not there. You know what I mean? This is part of it, but I'm still walking the line.
No, you know
Exactly.
when because I ain't gonna lie, man, this shit it's super spiritual. Like I feel like I'm walking on top of water, like with him. It's just it's just so crazy, because like I was telling you guys on the way over here, how crazy is it that because every time, especially when I have long drives, it allows me to reflect. And I don't know, I was just this morning, I just felt like texting my sister and be like, hey, I love you,
It's all good, homie. We got you.
You know what? That's something that we all need to do too. All our loved ones, we talk about it,
No, I told you.
Like, I wish I could go back and, have that last conversation with my dad too.
Yeah.
And tell him how much I love them.
Want to trip out on this, like, as soon as I text her, why is it that fucking Rocio Dulca Moreteno fucking comes out on the radio? My dad had passed away first. And I think my jefita was, it made her depressed.
Broke her heart.
Yeah, like it broke her, and she developed pancreatic cancer. The reason why it's so emotional, because I remember growing up and our family, my mom's side is like, puros charros, people that can sing. And I would always hear like, oh yeah, your mom, man, she's such a beautiful singer that she sings so beautifully that she makes, like, people break down, like they cry, like,
Sí.
And so when my jefito passed away, the next year my brother got married, and obviously, my mom, was already like ill. And she got up to sing at my brother's wedding, and I was like, damn. I experienced that shit. Like, I fucking looked around. There was not one person that didn't have, you know,
Tears in their eyes.
tears in their eyes, and obviously it was amor eterno, you know, and yeah, of course, you know, everybody felt it because of, you know, the recent situation, but you know, I felt that was her kind of talking to me right now.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
I can't be blinded to the shit that I experience and that I see. Like, this is God's plan, man.
It shapes you, bro. All the experiences shape us.
Because I'm not even supposed to be here. Like, hey, I don't even know how I got into the foodie game. When growing up, I was such a picky eater, and I don't know how to cook. But
that's crazy.
Look at where I'm at. I'm you know, people are giving me voices. I'm you know, I got TV producers that want to start putting together a food TV show. We just launched a world tour. You know, we're working with the biggest brands in the world. And next week I have a very important meeting with, you know, with somebody that might be that one person that we needed
to push you over the top,
that believe in us. So, yeah, man, it's damn. But no, yeah, that's how it started, and you know, and just like I explained to everybody, it started like a snowball. And the shit just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Yes, we've had interruptions. Yes, I've had COVID. Yes, I've been suicidal. Yes, for the second time I tried medication, right? Which it was a good and bad thing that, you know, that it happened, and at the time that it happened, because I was like, you know what, fuck it, you know, maybe it was the wrong fucking medication. Maybe let's give it a, you know, because I'm always trying to better myself. Second time took meds, nope. A week later, you know, at one of the peaks of the HoodFoodie, I wake up and I'm like, who am I? Fucking fell into this fucking depression. 7 months, 24/7. Imagine if you've ever fucking experienced depression. I mean, I could barely endure maybe 1 or 2 days. Fucking medication, and I only fucking tried 1 pill. After that, I didn't try. I didn't take any more. 1 fucking pill took me out for 7 months. But like I said, we've had a little bumps in the road. But guess what? As soon as the fucking medication wore off, oh hell nah. Don't call it a comeback. Fucking stronger than ever. We're either back a week or 2 weeks later. People were giving me a voice. I spoke about mental health in the peak of the pandemic. So guess what? I was like, oh shit. I felt that shit. More people were watching, more people were listening. I was going, everywhere I would go, like, people, unexpected people, like, oh, gracias que hablaste de depresión. I grew up, my mom, I grew up with, she had depression, so we related and this and that. And it's like, damn, like how many people are watching and listening? Because it's a shitload.
Was it a lot of our culture that was responsive to that? Or was it did you see it all across, like the ethnicities, and it didn't matter? Or because of...
I think because, I think right now it's more, choose those who choose you. So it's more like, our Latino familia that's been reaching out, most, our Mexican culture. So it's kind of, it was, como dijiste, they're topics that, I mean, I don't know how to view. I mean, I can't blame anybody, because let's be real. Growing up, it was like, oh, sí, güey, te sientes mal, okay, sí. Tómate 7-Up or ponte Vicks or Vaporub or whatever.
O si tu papá te decía, if you tell your dad, oh, I'm feeling this way, no seas pendejo, órale, cabrón. Exactly. And it was like, that was the way of handling shit. And that was not the correct way.
Bro, even crying as a man.
No llores, cabrón.
As a man, it's like, you're not supposed to cry.
You get your ass beat.
Yeah, you're a man. ¿Quieres llorar? Te doy una razón para llorar,
And you're right. That's why I mentioned, was it a cultural thing? Was it more
No,
people?
yeah, I mean, obviously it seemed that way because it feels like that's kind of like, you know, the you know, who's following me, you know, like that's, I mean, shit. I like I said, you know, I grew up in the hood of San Fernando. I grew up in mi bonito León, Guanajuato. You know, so también, you know, mi jefita era de Mexicali, so I'm out there, you know, all the time. So you would think, you know, I mean, like, it was like a lot of a lot of small businesses that I dealt with, which is Latino.
Gotcha.
But you know, at the same time, also it was COVID time, so a lot of people were feeling it.
Everybody
A
was
lot,
depressed.
everybody was going through it.
Dude, I fucking tried to I called to get a counselor.
Yeah, they were booked.
Fucking booked.
Yeah, I remember mine too.
Because normally, you know, I mean, I've gone through counselors, psychologists, and all that shit. As soon as you come, you could get them, like, you know, I mean, obviously not at that time, but normally you could, like, okay, boom, you could get one assigned or, you know, whatever, but during fucking COVID, bro, damn.
Yeah, everybody, dude, was feeling it.
Yeah, I mean, it created different. Think about it. For COVID, fucked everybody up. Like,
but it was a blessing as well. You know why?
No, yeah, it has its pros and cons.
Because it opened up the world to everybody that it's okay. You're not alone to freaking feel the way you do. You know what I mean? So COVID kind of made it okay for everybody to come out and be like, damn, that shit fucked me.
but I think the thing that where it fucked it up is that it was a flood of food.
Yeah, that's true.
And like nobody knows, just like nobody knew how to handle the actual COVID. Like you said, how the fuck are you gonna get a therapist appointment
That's
if
true.
it's booked and then nobody knows how to handle shit? And I think some people became alcoholics because of it. Some people committed suicide because of it. Some people, whatever the fuck happened, right? It was a big, large amount, and it was unexpected. Like, ¿cómo le ibas
It was
a
an
parar?
avalanche and shit of just.
Yeah, it was an avalanche. No se podía parar. So that's where I mean it was like fucked up. But you're right. It made us all aware. Like, holy shit, we all got issues. I think, you know what I'm even gonna say, before COVID, dog, when fucking Trump got into office, it made us realize that as people we have issues in our own fucking country. And it's like, wow, we thought a lot of this shit was resolved. And the madre is racism still as big as it is. And I mean, I don't want to talk about Trump because fuck him, you know.
Yeah.
We don't support Trump here, by the way. If you like Trump, that's on you, but we don't support him. But anyways, yeah, so back to that, yeah. I see how COVID fucking amplified.
And that's when you took off, right? All the small businesses you were saying that just started. Because even they were closed, right? It was hard for them to survive, all the small businesses.
But like I said, I mean, it seemed like it's funny because going back to like how did COVID, you know, benefit or, you know, the pros and cons, you know, like I was running into a shitload of people that, you know, they're fucking corporate jobs, fucking chefs to the fucking celebrities, fucking pinches puestitos, like they you know, obviously, you know, they couldn't do what they were able to do, so they said, fuck it. It pushed them to fucking live out their dreams. So there was a lot of small businesses that, you know, that came from, like, you know, COVID. Like it put, like, there were stories like, oh yeah, you know, we estábamos haciendo carne asada and we were all musicians and we all just fucking started putting tacos together and boom, you know, so and so was made.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So, yeah, and so that was kind of, I mean, I felt it there. Like I felt the side of, as far as like the mental health, because I felt after that people were like, oh no, the HoodFoodie is like, you know, mental health advocate, like, you know, and I'm not gonna lie to you, like, yeah, you know, like I haven't had a depression episode in a minute.
Gotcha.
Because the energy's so strong that I don't got time, you know, to be depressed.
Simon.
You know, but I also, you know, I like to use my platform wisely. And, you know, sometimes I gotta, you know, remind people like, hey, you know what, like, you know, mental health awareness, like, it's, you know, like, I'll put like, you know, like the other day, I think I put the picture where I have the shirt from my canalita chale homie, Don't Test My Gangster. And, you know, I said, it's okay to not be okay. And that was kind of like, you know, like, hey, hasta, you know, even as tough as you are, or as tough as you think you want to be, like, it's okay. Like, we all go through this shit.
We're all human, man.
Yeah, like, you know, and that's why I want to make, it's just, yeah, and it's like, I don't put it out there because I feel like now I put it out there like, oh, Hood Foodie, stay strong. And I'm like, oh no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I can take the blows. Like I said, I'm just putting my part.
Now you're trying to have the people understand that they're strong, right? And you're doing it by the food and by the message.
I'm not even trying because it's like all this shit that I put out it's most of the time is to remind myself.
Gotcha.
Only to fucking realize that apparently it's like inspiring other people and I'm becoming a mentor and it's like what?
And that's honestly, bro, that's like the best thing because you're doing it genuinely.
Yeah.
You're not forcing it. Like, you know, there's a lot of people, a lot of social media creators.
Oh no.
They'll be like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this and throw this message in because that's what's in or what's gonna attract people. And like you said, you're not even trying to, you're just doing it for you. And it's inspiring people genuinely. And that's the hardest thing, I think. Cause
That's what I was going to say. Sometimes people forget that social media, the people that they're seeing, they're human. You know, they're not happy all the time because that's what you see a lot of times, you know?
Yeah.
So when you're authentic and you just throw it out there like, hey, this is just
yeah,
small little reminder of who I really am. Yeah.
You could tell who's like, come on, dog. You know, there's a lot of motivational speakers out there. There's a lot of, like, social media has brought out all kinds. There's a lot of photographers. I do photography. There's social media. There's the nail guys, the nail girls. There's the hair guys, the hair girls, makeup artists.
Yeah.
It's like there's a bunch of them, but only few are genuine. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, yeah.
And that's the thing.
I've been in this game for 7 years, dog. It's a dog world.
Yeah.
It's a dog world, and you know, it's gotten to the point where I can't even hate my haters because I'm very cutthroat,
Simon.
but I lead with the heart. And you know, so in the social media game, like I don't get it why people like, you know, like they get butthurt if you unfollow them or follow them. Like, hey, like I've become a small business at this point. Like, either you need to do one or two things. You either inspire me, or it's gotta benefit us.
Simon.
If not, I hope you guys can understand, because I can't stop. Like, I can't stop. You know, like there was a point in my career where like I would stop for people and I'm like, oh shit, everybody's gone. Like, what am I still doing here?
Yeah. You would get off the train instead of people getting on the train with you and continue to move forward.
And then one of the things that my jefito always told me little things here and there, and like, then I don't know, something hit me like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I don't know why, like that hit so strong, that as soon as that kind of like, you know, the mind switch with that, I didn't stop for nobody. To this point, I don't stop for nobody, smallest or biggest, because nobody is gonna be dedicated or responsible for your success but yourself.
That's true.
Yeah.
You come in alone, you go out alone. It's what can you do within that time? So now at this point, it's people gotta catch up to me.
That's dope. That's a motivational speech right there.
Nah, I'm saying like the whole.
Oh shit, where'd that come from?
We've been pretty motivational. I mean, that shit, like, that resonates, bro. I'm fucking taking notes mentally right now, and I'm like,
why is everybody, dude? Even like yesterday, I got on a live with my boys, and then fucking Ray, my boy Ray Flay's like, he's writing shit. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm fucking taking notes, bro. Like, what the fuck?
no, because it's true. I mean, it's like something similar to that, and we're gonna move on to the food, guys. Trust me, we go outside here. But something that I've had mentors in my life that have tried to move me forward. You know, people that were older than me,
Real ones.
Yeah. That maybe I haven't talked to in a long time. You know, a couple in the military, prior to the military. But one person that I haven't talked to him in a long time, and I want to reach out to him. He was a big influence. Not as I won't say he was a father figure to me, because even though he was older, he was like a big brother to me.
Okay.
And he kept me in line when I was a little desmadroso. Marcos, you know who you are. I started working with him. I've been working since I was 12 years old, hustling, selling chocolates and shit. You know what I mean? I'm proud of that because that's what got me to be where I'm at. I'm never gonna be ashamed of that.
That's right.
And this vato would always try to guide me down the right way, and he would always say, "Everybody has a toolbox, okay? And you pick when you meet people, you get tools from them, and you add to your toolbox shit that is gonna work for you, and you keep building your fucking toolbox. Your toolbox is never gonna be full, but you gotta like whatever you meet, and it's something that you see that you could use in your life. Get that fucking tool and put it in your toolbox. Kind of like what you say, you know, it's like what worked for you when you meet people, you didn't stop for nobody. Same thing. Now, mind you, over the course of my life, I think I've lost my way a little bit in the sense that maybe I stopped building my toolbox. And now I'm coming back to, what the fuck happened, bro? Why you stop? Like you said, I'm looking around and I'm like, select few are there. Why did you stop? You were always... I used to have a saying, either you're going to go with me in the lane or I'm going to run you the fuck over. Doesn't matter who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
If you're in my way and you're not serving my purpose, you're going to get ran over. It doesn't matter who it was. Family.
Exactly.
And I stopped thinking that. I don't know why.
You know what? You know what I think?
Why?
Dude, and it happens. I think it happens to all of us. We were talking about earlier. We get stuck. So we build this bubble around us, dude, that we're just focused on, okay, tomorrow I got to go to work. I'm going to get up. I'm going to do this. This is what I have to do to survive. And you start, forgetting the things that make you happy, the things that you hear from people. And it's like, damn, like you created this bubble and you're just living in it instead of living life,
Yeah.
And experiencing it and listening and just taking everything in.
You're right. So I want to say thank you on that, bro. Everything you've been saying, like I said, I'm fucking taking notes. And I'm sure everybody else is going to take notes. And I'm sure that's the reason why a lot of your followers love you, because they're probably like, damn, like, I'm going to use this shit. And I'm sure you do the same thing.
It's familia.
Some more. And not like Vin Diesel says it. Familia. Raza, I would say it's like blood in, blood out. At the end, when Crucito's talking to fucking Gallo Negro, there's a raza way. That's one of my favorite scenes.
He's a huge blood in, blood out fan.
I've seen that movie over 300 times, bro. Anyways, we're going to move on to the food part because that's, everybody's probably anticipating. You've obviously been around all of LA, and you've been traveling, you're saying now parts of the world and stuff like that.
The world tour. That's dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
It's actually showing love to the world.
That's dope.
From the hood to the world, right?
Exactly.
Hey, actually, every place has a hood, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. Every place.
Every place.
Yeah. Food-wise, tell us, ¿cuáles son los que te gustan más? Like, in your opinion, what have you tried that you're like, yeah?
Not a specific location, but
you don't have to say location, but food-wise.
No. And it's like, one thing you guys got to learn about me is like I said, growing up, I was such a picky eater and I don't know how to cook. So I felt that, even trying food, I didn't have the right to, judge people's food. And I'm not going to lie, like being a critic, the word critic, I don't know, since I heard it or acknowledged what it was, like I just didn't really fuck with it because I don't know, it just felt like, somebody with the platform can easily break or make a business. And I didn't want to.
That's too much power, huh?
Yeah. Like that was not, remember, I don't know, to this day, sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And everybody has a different taste buds, Everybody has different taste.
Exactly. So, I was trying to, because it's like I said, from a small, following, I've always felt that it was a movement, so when I got kicked out to LA, like I feel Diosito, like he talks to me, he uses people to talk to me, blah, blah, blah. And I feel this, it's like food is a platform, but this is bigger than me. So something tells me that we were part of the movement when when we pushed small businesses on Instagram when it initially started, because at the time they weren't being pushed out. It was only people that had feria, because everybody was using it as a marketing tool.
Simon.
So it just so crazy how like my journey connects to LA, this and that. And now que pinche taquero doesn't get showcased.
Yeah, that's true.
In my heart, I feel like we were part of that movement. That's how spiritual this shit is. Like, and all he wants me to do is give credit where credit is due, put my part. That's it. Like, but okay, but going to the, my bad. So for me, it's I mean, I don't know. Like lately, you know, I love food that is served with love.
Yep.
Because, like I said, it's just I can't think of, like, you know, people are like, oh, have you ever had like a really bad dish? And I'm like, no, like not really. Like, you know, like, yeah, there's certain textures that I still can't, like, you know, like plátano, or like, you know, for some reason, like my palate doesn't accept it.
Yeah.
You know, but now, you know, I obviously try food the way that it's served to me.
Gotcha.
And only to open up my palate. Antes no te comía mariscos. Oh, dude, now I can tell you, like, my favorite scallop place or this and that.
Damn, I gotta get that one. I love scallops, bro.
No, but for me, it's I love dishes that are served with love, and you know, and at this point too, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't seek out people because I've been in this game for so many years. I you know, like I said, it's a dog-eat-dog world, and I've understood that it's choose those who choose you. And, you know, and it cuts off the headache of, like, okay, do these people like me? Do they hate me? Do they even fucking know about me?
Are they just using me for promotion?
Exactly. So we've gotten to the point where, like, people are reaching out to us.
Gotcha. And how do you select? Like, I'm sure you get hit up, like, by 30 taqueros in a week. How do you go, like?
Not really. You know, it's so funny. I think, you know, just like the whole thing of, like, me being out, right? And, like, they don't approach me. Like, I'll get messages afterwards, like, oh, yeah, I saw you eating that, you know, salsas and beer. And, like, you know, so fuck, why didn't you come and say what's up?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, no, you were eating. I'm like, I don't, dude, like, I want to get to meet the people that are making me, my familia. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, like I tell everybody, you know, it's like, I'm never going to forget who I am. You know, where I come from, who the people that, you know, that have made me. When I say a saying, it, you know, it's you know, I put it out with feel. Exactly when I say, you could take the hood foodie out of the hood, but you will never take the hood out of the hood foodie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, yeah, man, it's yeah, it's just like I said, just put in my part.
Cool.
That's dope. We should start doing that. I mean, I like to grill, man. Pizza and tacos.
I know a spot in San Bernardino, dog, called Tacolandia, and it's
Tacolandia.
Like, that's what they call it.
It's the Disney. It's a Disney.
No?
It's like a pop-up Swami.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's a bunch of different fucking food vendors. But they also have like other shit that they sell, but it's mostly food.
It's like the Disneyland of tacos.
That's just little tacos. And you got all kinds of shit. Tacos de canasta, tacos suadero, tacos
Those are
fucking
bomb,
fried,
they pop-
de birria, quesabirria. I mean, I'm talking about, that shit gets packed up. And it's a small place in San Bernardino because I live in Redlands.
No. I've heard of them. Yeah. I've heard of them.
Yeah. So, I mean, anywhere you go now, you see fucking tacos or
What about yours? I don't even know your favorite dish. Dog. What is it?
My favorite dish?
Yeah.
Pollo con mole.
Pollo con mole?
Pollo
Wait,
con mole.
mole or pollo con mole?
Pollo con mole. Mole rojo.
Pollo en mole or con?
Pollo en mole.
No, because we got to understand, like, there's like about fucking 100 different moles.
Exactly.
That's why I was like, okay, wait.
Mole rojo con pollo. O sea, haces el mole al lado.
Damn.
Pones el arroz. El pollo, like, it's kind of like
¿Deshebrado?
boiled.
Oh, okay.
Y pues está tiernito or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Y luego lo pones y le pones el mole encima. I eat it with lemon. Like I was telling him.
Okay, wait, with rice or no rice?
With rice.
Yeah, because I was like, wait, does he do the mole just with the lime or like?
No.
Okay,
You gotta
yeah.
get the rice.
No, yeah.
And mix it up.
You get, you know, it has to absorb the lime.
Ajá. Y tiene que ser el rojo porque el negro es
Like the chocolatey.
Yeah, it's más como
Sweet.
mole negro.
Mole
There you
negro,
go.
sí,
Yeah.
it's chocolatey. I like that one, but I'll eat it without lemon because the lemon will fuck up the chocolate taste. You can't fucking mix lemon and chocolate. I mean, in my palate. What's up?
Sweet or spicy?
Spicy.
Spicy.
Has to be spicy.
Can it be a little sweet?
Yeah.
A little bit, but mostly spicy.
Hey, my lady gets down. Like, okay, actually, it's so funny you say that because we're supposed to go to, a function today. And guess what? It's a potluck, and guess what she
Chimney mole?
Damn.
it's about to go.
I would have been like,
We were talking about that shit yesterday, the mole.
yeah, we were talking about mole yesterday. Yeah, so pollo con mole is my ultimate favorite dish. Like, I could fucking eat tres platos and I don't give a fuck if I'm on a diet.
But you're a little complicated. My shit's easy. It's like tacos or birria. Tacos de birria con su consomé. Like,
But I think birria también, it depends on who they make it.
yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, most definitely, dude. But everything too.
Everybody puts their own sazon.
Yeah.
Simón.
I mean, I've had so many birrias, and actually, the one of the best way that I like to eat it, first there's obviously the queso taco, and super cheesiness, the consommé, and all that, and then I was like, what about if we just throw the cheese inside the consommé, the arrocito, blah blah blah? Oh,
I need to try that shit. I need to try that.
No, yeah, but como dices, it has to. The combination has to, like,
It has to be
work
the
well
flavor,
together.
right?
Yeah, it has to have flavor. It has to have the arrocito, the consomé. I obviously however you want to prepare it. So I prepare with cebolla, cilantro. When I use chile, fucking for calditos, chile, chiltepín, fucking straight fuego, familia. Like,
¿Serio?
I gotta get that.
Chiltepín, yo lo uso en los mariscos.
Oh, no,
Pero I've never used it because...
Caldito de albóndigas, caldito de res.
¿Neta?
Oh,
shit, I gotta try that. Because
no.
albóndigas is good too. I like albóndigas. But chiltepín se me hace como más citrusy.
Nah.
I don't know why.
Nah.
I associate it with citrus.
No,
And
the good thing with that is like it's dry. So no es como que like, I mean, yeah, I like use tapatio here and there, but like maybe for fucking like my calditos como sopa de fideo or something.
Yeah, everybody grew up on sopa de fideo and fucking tapatio.
But tapatio kind of gives it that different, like it changes the flavor. I feel like the chile chiltepín, it's a dry chile and it just brings the heat.
Gotcha.
Like it just, and I'm telling you, man, con un caldito, damn.
Because a mí me gusta chipotle, como las albóndigas,
Yeah.
and chipotle, because it gives it that fucking...
With some
weird.
pastita.
Yeah, bro.
I know for real.
What's your favorite dish? You never told me.
That, I
you said
think
tacos or whatever.
birria. I mean, I love pizza. Don't get me wrong. I love fucking pizza.
pizza,
But
no,
it's
man.
pretty basic,
Okay. Pineapple or no pineapple?
dude. Pineapple.
Pineapple,
And don't hate on it till you try it.
Yeah, pineapple.
Have you ever been to Toppers?
Nah, where's that?
Oh, hell
Bro, so
nah.
we do grilled chicken, pineapple, jalapeno. So we got the spicy, we got
barbecue
the
sauce?
sweet, no barbecue sauce,
Not even a little drizzle?
not even.
Well, no, Toppers.
Toppers.
They have, it's called the Hawaiian Heat. So
I like it already.
So it's but it has a kick. Te ponen, I think it's jalapenos.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and the whole thing with Toppers is like, like you get the ranch from the bar, and it's just I don't know, it's a thing to just dip the pizza, in the ranch.
Yep, I do that shit too.
I'm not a big fan of ranch and pizza. I barely started using ranch con las wings. I never dip fucking my wings in ranch, but
You just
when I was
like
at
the-
Calais, it just depends on the type of ranch too. Because there's ranches that can,
Sometimes blue cheese is cool too.
blue cheese is too
It's
strong.
rare, but
Yeah,
it
for me,
overpowers
Too
it.
strong.
Too
I
strong.
ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
Blue cheese is too strong, too funky.
Like if you put them both on the table,
I'm gonna go
Ranch.
ranch. Yeah, I'm gonna go
It
ranch.
depends. I know some spots that have some really good.
Gotcha. What about you? What's your favorite dish that you would say, fuck, like I said, me voy a
I got one more. Sorry. But the tacos, like birria for sure, and also lengua. Dog.
Ooh,
Some good lengua.
damn.
Yeah.
Oh, lengua's my jam.
Hey.
Like lengua's.
That's your thing too. And you know what I tell people, a taco spot is cool. It's good when they can make a good lengua and a good uno de pollo. Because sometimes the pollo is not good, and it's hard
I'm
to
not
make a
taco
good
de
chicken
pollo.
taco.
I'm not taco de
That's
pollo
what I'm saying.
fan.
It's
Well, I
hard.
don't like them, like, period. Like, to me, it's not a taco meat. Now, tacos del pastor, if they don't have the fucking trompo,
You ain't getting it.
I ain't getting that shit. Because I hate the fucking pastor that they make.
Asadas.
It looks like chicken and it looks like
Yeah.
asada and it's
Yeah.
like not even, nah, that's just nasty.
You gotta have it on the trompo or the
Yeah,
piña.
that trompo.
I mean, for me, it's and my lady, man, she gets down. I don't know if people like understand. Like she gets down, and I've been telling her recently. I'm like, damn, babe, you better stepping up your game, man. Like, because it's just something simple as like.
Hey, bro, she has to compete with all the places you're going to, bro.
She's like, fuck that. You might leave me for one of
gonna
these
critique
taco
me?
stands or whatever.
Nah, hey man, but you can tell she definitely. I mean, as simple as like the other day, she los hizo un caldito de albóndigas. Something simple.
That sounds good right now.
Something simple, albóndigas. But she made the salsita, with like just the perfect kick. It had like a tomatillo kind of flavor. You added it to the albóndigas, to arrocito, a hint of lime. And I'm telling you, man, like, as soon, like, the thoughts that just fucking race my mind, like, like you go, nostalgic, like, obviously it takes you back to, when you're growing up and things like that. So, like, my lady, man, she gets down, but I think her caldo de res.
God is about to.
Hey, no, but she slow cooks the meat.
Yeah, it's tender.
That's what matters, yeah.
That's the best part.
Falls off the bone and shit.
Yeah.
With the
I
bone.
don't like it with the bone.
You don't like it with the bone?
Nah,
It gives it
you
flavor, fool.
Nah.
That's what gives it
like
flavor.
the butter, dog.
Well, I like the tuétano. Yeah, that's like the
Sí, la
tender.
cremita. Yeah,
Sí, that's cool. Pero el hueso.
The bone marrow.
Oh, no. I think do you like patas?
No, I don't. Yeah, no, fuck that.
That's the bone marrow, fool. It's the.
I know, pero no me gusta a mí estar picándolo. Like, to me, it wastes fucking time.
No, I also get into
I'm
it.
fucking trying to go.
You're just trying to eat, dog.
I guess I was pampered fool. Con el pollo con mole.
Your mom will cut it
My
up.
mom will take the-
Hey,
the
don't tell me
meat.
te pelaba los camarones también, bro.
No comment. I don't like to get dirty. That's why I don't like seafood boil. I can't eat seafood boil dog. Because no me gusta ensuciarme los dedos.
But the wings?
Wings is different. But es que, like, you're like fucking doing it. By the time you finish everything,
No,
So,
yeah.
It's a workout for eating?
yeah, fool.
Oh, no, trust
Yeah.
me, cuando mi esposa hace algo que, like, she throws in the whole, like, chicken, like, the whole thigh and all that, I'm like, what the, oh, hand,
Yeah.
wait, no lo hiciste desabrado, like.
Exactly. That's the same shit. That's what I say. I want to go in and get
No,
the shit over with.
Yeah. But then at the same time, like, in back of my mind, it's like, no, but it's the experience, like getting into that, bone and like trying to get in there, like, it's an experience too, know. So and for my wife, like, she's expressed that, like one of her zen, moments is like, her being in the kitchen cooking for her family, only to see their reactions once they eat.
Gotcha.
That's her meditation.
That's her like passion. That's her motivation. Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's dope. Man, this guy was painting a picture. I can see why, we all like watching his stuff. When he was talking about the color, he was painting the picture. I was imagining it in my head.
Like, that's what we do, man. It's so funny because, I mean, I've been getting that for years. Like, even before the HoodFoodie, like, I would describe, like, oh, yeah, this is how you do this. You pour it, blah, blah. And they're like, where's this place again? Like, so I've been doing it. Like I said, now there's a platform.
Yeah.
Like, now there's a platform, and I'm not trying. Wait, I better not say that because recently I've been telling my people, like, oh, yeah, I'm not even trying. I'm like, all right, motherfucker, well, then trying. So I'm like, oh, shit.
So I want to talk about your world tour. When does that start, and what does it consist of? Where are you going to be going?
Oh, shit.
Just U.S.?
We already launched it.
You already did?
Okay, so I'm a quick little story. The other day, I interviewed with my boy, Groove, and normally I was kind of like playing with them, like, hey, bro, like, what's your, after the podcast, this, let's do people take me to the Loco Taquero.
Uh-huh.
So, we did, blah, 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 we went, and I don't know what I said to him that he was like, you know what, bro, pack it up, let's go eat at my house with my family. I was like, damn, all right, let's do it. So I go, we're there, and, it's his wife, his cuñado's boy. And then my boy's like, trying to hype me up, like, nah, este cabrón, chingón. And the cuñado, he's like, he looks at me, he's like, oh, yeah, I know who he is. I've seen him around. I don't think he understands how big he is, though. Because it seems that whatever he has, Diosito gives him. And I'm like, what the? Obviously, once again, he's trying to talk to me.
Simón.
So then I'm thinking, like, okay, where do I implement this? Okay, 2021. I was talking out of my ass. Like, I want to work with the biggest brands in the world. I want to launch a HoodFoodie World Tour. I want to put together a food TV show because Diosito's telling me that I might become the first Mexican-American food TV personality in the lights of like Adam Richman and Guy Fieri. Putting together a show. And next week I have a very important meeting with somebody that, because I had asked them too, like, all we need is that one person to give us a chance.
Simon.
We might have found that person. So I was like, damn. It's, so started talking out of my ass. Next, I kept saying, like, I want to launch it in Chicago. I want to launch it in Chicago. I even connected with McDonald's reps in McDonald's because my wife wanted to go to a concert out there. So we went. McDonald's was sponsoring. I said, what's up? They loved my ass. So they're like, so that was kind of like, I was trying to initiate it there because the reason why Chicago is because my dad grew up in Chicago. He actually played football in Chicago, like regional football.
Gotcha.
Apparently the dude was badass. No tenía aire, but he would score 1-2 goles y los sacaban.
Gotcha.
So Chicago hit hard for me. So yeah, after that I was having meetings, I went out there to have a meeting and and just the way they played out, man, like, it was with McDonald's and I mean, just for my boy to receive me, because he was like, yeah, bro, like, you didn't have to come all the way over here, man. We could have Zoomed. I'm like, Eric, this is how I operate.
That's fucking dope. Like,
this is me. Like, what, I want to be more personable. Like, this is huge if it goes through. So, oh, man, and you're talking about one of the medals for, like, the Latin franchisees in McDonald's. Like, he's like, you know what, bro? I just want to tell you, never change. And it's an honor for me to sit down with you right now. I'm like, fuck, like, what do you say to that shit, man? Like, So, obviously, shit didn't work out. Hey, it's all good, like, you gain shit from your losses and from your gains, So, I know my boy did anything and everything to try to do whatever he needed to do for me. Hey, it's all good, But yeah, so in doing so, it was crazy because, COVID, airlines were having huelgas. So I was getting detoured. I got detoured to Arizona, then Charlotte, and then we finally got to Chicago. And I shit you not, every city we stopped at, somebody knew us. I was showing love to the world already, because looking back, I was like, wait a minute, like, we were partying with, like, the chefs and the sous chefs and the airports, and, like, we were bringing people together, like, and so yeah, I was like, oh shit, like, me trying to put together the launch, it had already started.
Simon.
And then next like, hey, my baby Juju wanted to go to the Golden Gate Bridge. Okay, let's go to San Francisco. Oh, my baby Xavier wants to go to a hotel in San Diego for his birthday. Boom, let's go to San Diego. My nephew just got married in Arizona. Boom, so now we're trying to finish off this month in Vegas. And then in 2023, we're going to be hitting the U.S. I already told my boy Angel that I was going to hit up New York first once we launch that. And then after that, it's wherever the family wants to see us. And, we got people in New York, Brazil, Florida, Netherlands. I mean,
that's fucking crazy.
So,
bro, the pizza.
Diosito's plan.
Yeah.
I'm just running with this.
Just keep up with it, bro. I mean, you're already fucking.
Oh no, can't stop, won't stop, familia for life.
Yeah.
I don't stop. And that's what I'm saying. I hope people can understand.
Hold on, let me write some notes.
I'm already thinking, we talking about Chicago, New York, the pizza. I just came back from New York.
Oh,
so, man, it was dope that you just, boom, pop into any spot, pizza on the go, man.
And see, and now like, the whole page is like, well, yeah, you know, all these like, you know, TV personalities that are like chefs, like they grew up in the industry and this and that. I'm pretty sure there's fucking people like me that don't know shit. So let's learn together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's not about, you know, it's not the knowledge. It's about the personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? And I was gonna say that, dog. Like, one of my favorite people to watch that I used to like watching because he passed away, obviously.
Oof.
Anthony Bourdain.
Damn.
That motherfucker, bro. It wasn't about, like, he was one of the top chefs, and it wasn't about the chef and the knowledge and the
He hit up
prestige.
all the
It
mom
was
and
about the
pops.
fucking. It was about the people. It was about the like
The stories.
the stories, the relationships. You know, and like when he passed away, like I wasn't gonna say like, oh my god, I was bummed out, but I felt bad because it was like, out of a lot of the food people like that go around and talk about food and cultures and shit, that motherfucker was a badass. You know what I'm saying? So just what you're describing right now, it's like, fuck, it gives me the same vibes. You know
The
what I'm
same
saying?
vibes. Yep.
Well, trip out on this. Anthony Bourdain was the type of person that, you know, or he was that individual that fucking when he passed away, man, fucking the world cried for him.
Yeah.
I remember waking up and my lady was in the restroom. And then she screamed out to me, babe, Anthony Bourdain passed away. I honestly didn't know how much of an impact he was on me till that day. I went to work. I don't know. I wasn't in it. Like, I fucking left. I was, you know, like, it just said something like, you know, it fucking affected me. And obviously, you know, it affected everybody. And somehow I ended up, you know, the way that my older sister helped me cope with it is that, you know, she had told me about this little campaign. I think it was with the Land Rover or something like that Anthony had just recently done a campaign with, and he did like all of LA, like Little Tokyo, Little Guatemala, and other shit. And I was like, fuck it, you know, let's find one of the puestitos and let's go visit them. So we get to Little Guatemala, and I meet Rocio. And she makes pollo con papa. Fucking papas fritas, pollo frito, and then she puts like 3 different sauces, like, you know, green one, a white one, and a red one. Straight fuego, familia. And I show her the video that, you know, where she's featured. Fucking, she didn't even know what the fuck.
Serio?
Dang.
She was like, oh my God, oh no, sí, ese señor estaba aquí hace 7 meses filmando, you know?
Yeah.
And she fucking didn't know she was fucking, you know, like being put out there.
She was broadcasted to the world.
Exactly,
She
exactly.
didn't know the impact of that man.
Exactly. And I was like, oh shit, you know, and yeah, man, one day, and it goes to what you were talking about, like, you know, because it's connected. There's a video on my page where I'm in front of a mural of Anthony Bourdain, and I thank him. I thank you for, you know, being an advocate for mental health. Thank you for not discriminating as far as like the people you support. And I don't know why. I say, I promise you that I'll try to keep your legacy alive. That's when that shit hit hard right now.
Gotcha.
The impact he had on you.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Like, and it's funny because, you know, growing up, I never kind of really had a role model. Like, I never, to this day, you put me in a room with celebrities, I don't know who and what. Like I said, I'm not all there.
Yeah.
I could barely remember yesterday. You know, and it sucks because sometimes I do come across people, I'm like, oh, shit, fuck, I'm sorry. You know, I'm meeting so many people that, you know, and I apologize, and some people will accept it and some people won't.
Yeah.
But that's, if they don't, it's that they gotta deal with that shit. Like, that's, I can't stop. Like,
Yeah.
you know, but
You know what's crazy is that you're probably having that impact on people too. You know, by talking about what you're doing, and you're kind of continuing that. You know what I mean? Kind of like he said, the way you were describing and your personality, you're kind of continuing that.
well, no, and
that's
that's what I'm saying, because obviously it's been thrown out there like, oh yeah, bitch, the Latino Anthony Bourdain, this and that. Look, Anthony Bourdain is Anthony Bourdain. You know, I'm the hood foodie. I never want to be compared to him. I just want to make sure people understand that I was inspired by him.
Gotcha.
Just trying to put my part.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's
a great mentality to have too. You know.
Yeah.
A lot of times we're always trying to compare each other and compare ourselves to this person, but
Yeah.
Oh,
we're all individuals, man.
as soon as somebody told me everybody makes salsa, but nobody makes salsa like you, since that day I have not compared myself to anybody. What did I tell you earlier?
Yeah.
We're all we all have a purpose.
We're all somebody's.
Exactly. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's dope.
Yeah, this has been fucking. It's cool, though.
what did I tell you? A, B, and Z.
Yeah.
Because that's
Shit,
how we operate.
at this point, we're making up letters now. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to numbers and shit. 1, 2, 3.
No, we're even using the Mexican alphabet, the chess, and the fucking
Like
A's. We're gonna move on to a little bit. Obviously, we know the World Cup's on right now. Are you a big soccer fan?
You know what? Obviously, México lindo y querido.
Yeah, we're out though. We're out.
Yeah, we're out.
Pero, ¿sí te gusta fútbol?
I grew up in it.
Cool.
I mean, I'm not gonna say, no te voy a decir que soy fanático, like, but no, like, I've even, connected with like LAFC, Angel City, all those organizations.
He's a Galaxy guy.
I'm a Galaxy fan, dog.
Hey, man, they reached out to me. That my
Yeah.
bad.
LAFC rivals, homie. No, like I said, the reason World Cup's on right now. Do you have any predictions who's gonna win the World Cup?
Oh no! As soon as
Mexico's out.
I'm out too.
Same
World
thing.
Cup's over.
I'm not going to watch to the final. If that.
Well, I'm hoping an Asian country wins it. I'm hoping Japan or
I mean,
Korea.
I'm not gonna. Sí me gusta ver un partido así bien chingón. Like, I want to see a good World Cup or a good game.
Yeah.
Good game. Like even when our last game, it's like,
we needed that one
were
goal.
we?
Yeah.
Where were we? And then I was like, wait a minute, is this the same team that beat Argentina? Like, and I was like, yeah. I mean, we could have easily passed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we beat ourselves, and I just feel like if we don't look good, like confident, I'd rather not even fucking go deep in it.
Yep.
Gotcha.
True.
Like, we were not ready.
Yeah.
We were not ready.
Yeah. And you're a Panza Verde, right? So you're
Puro
la vas a
panza
León.
verde.
León. Okay. Because the reason I ask is, obviously, I always ask this. People usually go Chivas or America. I like America. My favorite team is America, but I don't mind León. León's pretty good. They were on fire for a while, for a couple of years.
Sí. I think we're up to the 7th or 8th
Yeah.
campeonato.
Yeah, they're on fire, bro. Like, I don't mind León, because to me, As long as it's not Chivas, I don't give a fuck. Tijuana, lo que es Tijuana.
Oh,
Tijuana, I like Tijuana. Tijuana's bad.
Really? Come on.
Cholos.
Cholos, in their first year they won?
Okay. But you do understand, like, if you know about La Panza Verdes, you know what...
No sé mucho de los Panza Verdes.
No, but what I'm saying, like, our relationship with Cholos.
No sé.
Okay. Well, this last time coming up in las divisiones, it's kind of like the whole America Guadalajara shit.
Órale.
Like, we don't like, I don't
Tijuana is
Cholos,
fuck Cholos. Órale.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. The reason I brought up football, pues, football, pendejo. Football. Any botanas you recommend when you're watching partidos? Since you
pinche cacahuetes japoneses.
Yep.
You know, it's funny because that's one thing with my wife, man. She's always anything, whether we're traveling or anything, she fucking brings her A, B, and Z game. And it's like, no, siempre she'll make some, papas fritas or some wings. Yesterday for the event, she made a Cardi B dips and chip.
Cardi B dips and chip.
She even names them up?
She compliments me.
Yeah.
So it's funny because I feel like we had, like, I've been doing the HoodFoodie for 7 years, and like we're just getting started because la mera en la comida. And she knows everything, the whole history, todo. So right now, it's the whole thing is like I see her kind of like, it's making her happier, like
it's inspiring her too.
It's inspiring her too. There's a lot of females hitting me up like, hey, we need what the HoodFoodie does for the community.
Female version.
We need Miss HoodFoodie to be the same. Like, I'm like, man, like, it's funny because I feel like we don't really put her out there, but people are watching.
Yeah.
People are watching, and it's motivating her. Like, it's so something that I never wanted to push. In the beginning, like, I was like, oh man, like, it's a win-win. Like, let's push the food and the brand.
Simon.
But it was not her passion.
Yeah.
Her thing is like, whatever. But it's crazy because what I do with the community, she does for her people at work. Like, ella es pinche jefa.
Simon.
Like, she takes, like, oh, you need a, you need raise, you need, a review, you need, quieres que te ayude con tus papeles, whatever. She does what I do with her people.
Gotcha.
So, no, yeah. So, she's always hooking us up with, like, we're trip to Mexicali. Oh, yeah, unos pinches taquitos guisados, like. So, no, I para que vean how good I have it, man.
You want to start the No Manches?
Yeah, I'll start the No Manches. I remember we mentioned the No Manches segment.
Okay, we're gonna start it this way so you get a little bit of what it's like.
Okay,
and then we'll let you do the No Manches at the end.
Mine is it's kind of what happened yesterday. We're at the lunch trucks.
Yeah.
Like, damn, bro, like things have gotten really outrageous, huh? Sometimes with some of those food trucks.
Yeah.
What they're charging.
No
I think. Well, mine wasn't bad, but yours. I know he got a hot dog.
I got 2 hot dogs. They were $10 a piece, which is alright, I guess, but they're plain. Then my daughter asked for, was it like a patty melt or some fucking sandwich that was this big? Some bacon cheddar fries that was this big, a soda and a water, $66.
okay.
I was like, what the fuck did I order? I was like, we should have just gone to a restaurant or something. So yeah,
I understand it for some things, but like you said, that one, like, like when you have your twist.
Yeah.
But I saw Michael's hot dog. It was just a
plain hot dog.
It was just a plain hot dog. Not even like a special sausage, not even like a Polish, just regular. So
it was a little longer than normal. It was not a regular weenie. But
just for the events, I know that a lot of times people mark it up.
You know what I mean? Like those weenies chiquitos. That was a longer weenie. No me alburíen, cabrones, right? But yeah, like what you were saying, you're No Manches with the prices.
I think it just became your No Manches.
I was gonna piggyback off of that. No.
Nah, but just that. Like, I've been to other ones, like where I understand and I'm all for it. Man, I love food. And I'm down for it, but like sometimes I know that people take advantage. I just don't like when people take advantage of situations.
I think
But
in this one,
we also got to consider inflation.
Yeah,
That's
well,
true.
most definitely.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But at the same time, like you're right. Like if you're gonna serve something, I you know, as a consumer, I would like it to make sure that the product tastes as good as what I'm paying for.
Yeah, exactly.
Quality,
Exactly.
price.
Yeah.
But you know what? I will say this, and I know you've had this No Manches before about the service and restaurants and things like that. I was thinking about it, and everywhere I've gone, I've gone to New York recently, and Wisconsin and all that stuff.
Pues
And
me hablas.
yeah, we'll head out there, man. And bro, the service at most places now, it's been ridiculously good. Like people are, for me, in my experiences, the people have been great. Like friendly. Everything's been amazing. I don't know what's going on, but hey, just shout out to all the people working, in the service industry, and shout out and keep it up.
Maybe it's kind of the same thing. Maybe these people from corporate offices, COVID hit, and they're like, hey, you know what? I need to survive. I'm gonna start, getting into the food service industry, and then boom, like they find, oh shit, this brings joy to me.
Yeah.
Let me bring joy to others.
Yeah.
That's part of the reflection of COVID too.
Yeah.
So I had a No Manches, and I had like a praise for people. So
Cool. Well, I guess I want to piggy off of your No Manches. Something that tripped me out yesterday was we went to this event. There was a shitload of people I'm talking about. It was a local event where they shut down streets.
A place to be seen.
Simon.
it was like a Christmas tree lighting for
Pero
the
había un
city.
chingo de gente. We had like thousands of people.
Dang.
There was only 3 food trucks. Like we were looking for food. We got there. We're like, fuck, we're hungry. We got there and only had three food trucks, and it was like Thai
Mexican fusion,
Mexican fusion.
which sounds pretty dope.
It's
Actually,
pretty good.
Okay, I don't mind it, but a lot of people don't like. You don't know. You go there with your family, your kids ain't gonna like that shit.
No, yeah.
So, my No Manches is like, if you're gonna throw an event and you're gonna have a lot of people, have coordinate better para que pueda haber
más food trucks, más vendors.
trucks. There was more beer breweries
vendors
vendors
than food trucks.
than food trucks.
And that could have also affected the quality of the food
True.
with the pressure.
Exactly.
Sure.
Good point.
And that could also dictate the prices. Because if I show up, because they didn't have prices outside, if you notice. But if I show up and I'm like, we're the only ones here, demand versus supply, I'm going to fucking say, if my hot dogs are $5 on a regular day, today they're $10.
Oh,
fool.
yeah.
You want them?
Supply and demand.
Exactly. So that's my No Manches piggyback on.
And speaking of hot dogs, those LA hot dogs, nothing's gonna beat them.
Yeah. but they got up, though. They used to
Hey,
be fucking
those,
$3.
they're
and now
still worth
fucking
it, bro.
6, 7 or
They're
whatever.
still worth it when they top them off with all that onion and that chile.
Yeah.
So damn, bro, nothing beats those hot dogs.
What's your No Manches?
But me, my No Manches is, people that are not considerate of others.
Okay.
Obviously, people see, our growth and where we're headed. And more, it seems like, I feel like they think that, they're entitled. So that, they keep asking me, but I notice that they'll never ask me if I ever need anything. And like I said, I can take the blows. I don't mind. It's not about me. But do they do that to the next person? Like, if you're going to ask for favors, at least the people that I want to fuck with are the people that are going to be considerate. We're like, damn, he's hooking me up.
Yeah.
Without me having to ask, I need to fucking make sure that I take care of him.
Yep.
And that's the people that we're fucking with right now. That's why we must be doing something right.
Cool.
That's my No Manches way.
So be considerate.
If you don't have haters, you ain't making it.
Hey, I know what he's talking about. I've been a hater.
Yeah, because you're the one who's
What the fuck was my last hater? What did he say? Or he she? I don't know.
on the YouTube. No, on the
Yeah.
YouTube. Remember they were talking about you back in the day.
Oh yeah, but it turned out to be a homie that we hadn't talked in a long time.
Why is it always the people, like, the other day, it's like I posted this thing and they're like, oh, dude, I almost threw it up in my mouth, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, like, what triggered this, dude? Like, why did he have to come with that, And then, I call people out.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, if you're going to fucking say shit, back it up. Call me.
That's exactly what I did.
Because I'm gonna respect you more if you come and we at least try to hash this out. If not,
Simon.
maybe it's not for us.
Yeah.
Simon.
So he's like, oh no, if you're gonna be on social media, blah blah, you gotta be able. I'm like, so why is it out of fucking 22,000 fucking people?
You're the only one saying this.
A person that's supposed to, you're telling me you love me. You tell this is what you wake me up with.
Yeah.
If you know me, if you're really about me, you know that this could be a trigger to my bipolar depression.
Simon.
But you're showing me that you don't care. We're good.
Yeah.
You don't need that energy.
I don't need that energy, because I hope he's not fucking doing that to like his people. Because when I wake up, if I jump on calls or I eat anything, I'm inspiring mine, which is very, very, very few. But the ones that I do connect with, like, they're winning. So yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, shout out to Jeff. We squashed it out. We did the same shit.
You talked?
We talked. And it was like simple. We hadn't seen each other in a long time. Shit that happened when we were young mocosos. And you know what? Like you said, we squashed it out. Cool. He wants to come and chill one of these days. So one of these days when we have time, we'll fucking bring him out as a not as a guest, maybe as a, chilling on the sidelines.
Yeah.
But so it's just shout out to the haters, because without the haters, we wouldn't know where we're making, right?
At this point, I mean, even my haters inspire me, because obviously they're watching me for a reason.
Yeah.
I'm inspiring them somehow, inspiring them to hate me or something.
Yeah, and they're still looking at you, right? So
We talked about it earlier, man. It's the insecurities that we all have. We all carry insecurities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like we were talking earlier before we got on live, it's like sometimes people hate just because they wish they could throw themselves out there and do something that they want to do. You know what I mean? You talked about us saying, damn, but at least you guys did it,
Yeah.
There's other people that want to do it and that just don't do it. And I think that's what happens. They get insecure and it's like, man, how do I go about this? So I'm just going to talk shit to this person, because they're doing it and they're jealous, I guess I should say. Not all. I shouldn't say that all, but
I don't think it's jealousy, bro. It's more like because you're kind of afraid of doing it, and you're like, fuck, I'm not doing it. So I'm just gonna. It goes back to tratar de jalarte para atrás into the. You're trying to crawl out of a fucking chingadera, and everybody's like, oh well, if I can't do it, he can't do it either. So, anyways, we're coming to the end of the podcast, and we like to always leave our podcast with our guests saying some words of wisdom. And it's something that, you want our listeners, your listeners, our followers, our familia, because I like that concept. It's not about our listeners. Our listeners is ownership. Familia, what you want the familia to know. Say it could be something you live by, something that you feel in your heart, whatever message you want to convey. We always like to live off with that.
Damn. I mean, more recently, I've been, asked, like, what's the key to your success? And I don't know much, but what I do know, I do like to share it, because I'm not going to go to the grave with this shit. And just to think that, I can be a teacher to somebody, that I can provide them the tools for them to succeed. And, it obviously, when I see my team winning, it brings me great gratitude. It inspires me. So, I feel like what's been working for me is cutting off all the outside noise. But why even give it any time? Like, it doesn't deserve it. I operate with my heart on my sleeve. I give every single person that I've come across in these 7 years, I extend my hand to. Now it's up to people to either bite the hand or grab on and ride with us. And the other day I was like, oh yeah, DJ Khaled, they didn't believe in us. God did. But I should have more been on the side, like, it's not about the people that don't believe in you. Concentrate on the people that do. And you always got to challenge yourself, because like I said, I there was a point in time in my life where I didn't, before the Hood Foodie found me, that I didn't believe in myself, and I might not have that, I barely graduated I barely graduated high school. I believe I have dyslexia. I have so many, like, challenges and obstacles. But what I'm running with, the world tour, working with the biggest brands in the world, our TV show, food TV show coming, finding that one person that might give us a break. Like, I'm a believer. Como les dije antes, I feel like I'm walking on top of water with him. Like, that's just, I feel like this story should tell you that if I can do it, you can do it.
Dope.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, what do we say to that?
That's what we always like to end with that, because we know we can't top that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had our own
sayings.
sayings. I mean, at the beginning, but like I said, we always like our guests to finish off strong.
No, I appreciate you, man.
And we want to say thank you, honestly, bro, because we've talked about a lot of things. Obviously, we talked about your journey. We talk about things that we assimilate, not just us three. Like, I'm sure everybody watching is going to be looking at themselves and saying, oh, shit, I've been through some shit. How can I be better? How can I, like you said, how can I be inspired, and how can I inspire those around me? So we want to say thank you, at least on our behalf. Thanks for coming on board, bro. And
we really appreciate everything.
Yeah, we really hope that everything that you're doing, that you continue to do, brings you all the success that you deserve. Because at the end of the day, we all deserve what we put our work to, and if we're working hard towards something, then we should be able to say, I deserve this shit. So thanks, bro, again.
And for sure, you have 2 supporters here, man. You can always count on.
No, and like I said, man, you choose those who choose you. You guys reached out, and I was like, let me look into this, and why not? If they want to give me a voice, let's put our part too, and be there for them, and that's what I'm writing with. Just like I said, people that genuinely are about the cause, but so yeah, I wanna thank you guys. I mean, obviously, giving me a voice, like you said, I'm all about, if my story is gonna inspire just at least one person,
we've accomplished a lot. Yeah.
I did what I needed to do.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. So thanks, man. Once again, where can people find you? Can you tell us your socials?
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube.com.gmail. Let's see. Yeah, and it's every handle is the HoodFoodie.
And thanks, guys, for watching. That's a great way to end it.
Guys. Yeah. We'll see you guys next time.
And you guys know what's up. Make sure you guys come out, support, and tell them that the HoodFoodie sent you.
Dope, bro.